Okay, I'm gonna begin winding down now, but speaking of forgotten things, did I not? I totally thought I had started making a list on that. I'm writing again, forgotten legacy content. Well, to a degree, I'd call it legacy. Scouting. Auto workshop. The farm. The farm goes on that list. What else? More will come to my mind, but the more that comes, that's going to become a video in and of itself. If they've gone through and they've like done these quality of life mechanical changes, but then some shit didn't get fixed. Some shit hasn't even been looked at. Seems to me they mostly listen to their forum at this point, though, and that's where you got to go if you want to be heard. Okay, so we're making 8 food per day. They double each individually. When you go to a farm 3, you get only one thing. You get boosted production, and only if you have an agriculturalist. And that is dumb. I mean, it makes some sense to a degree, but I would think that it should be you add to the base number. I think it should be making 5 food per day at base. At farm 3 should just make 5 poop per day, and that's it. 5 poop per day. So we're at 8 now. Now that's pretty good, but that takes Hook, who will hopefully make it through this playthrough. In fact, that's something we got to start thinking about. Hogan will be sacrificed to the gods. But Hook, we kind of built the ultimate farmer with Hook. What we are now going to do, though, is wind down, end of the night. It's almost 3 in the fucking morning. Yeah, that's right. I dropped another F-bomb. Emma is going to be demoted. Now, Emma will make it to the legacy pool.
Nice day, huh?
You, couldn't have said a more perfect thing, as we say, you can't be the leader anymore, baby. But I do wish that once you demoted him from hero to citizen.
But it's hard not to take it personally.
Stealth kill a jug. Oh yeah, that's still on the list. I should do that with a character I feel like I can sacrifice. Like her, like anybody else who's not going to get legacy. Let's go actually do that, since that's something we're talking about doing. No Lily. Weird. And I can't remember what I was talking about before I started complaining about farms. We are going to begin the legacy. I know we were talking about that, and so let's continue. Grace now gets back to leader. There's only one more spot on the map that I think is worth checking out at this point. So Grace, congratulations. You've made yourself useful once again, and you have been ascended to the mantle. Wonder how Ray's doing. Too soon, man. Too soon. Emma, we actually want you to make it to the next group, but we also need to make you a hero again because you have such an important hero trait. So I guess you, Emma. Emma has striking, though. She's just going to go to the last place on the map where I think there might be just one last weapon cache.
I just need to run some errands.
Uh-huh. We actually work our material down. What we can do, too, is... How's our influence? 2,000? This is 1 per day. Okay, now our forever base was a goal. We're making 15 food per day. Meds. I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to upgrade this one. It deserves it. It deserves it. This thing, I've thought about changing it this whole time, but it has really become our safe place. I will upgrade. I'll go through and do the landmark outpost. Speaking of that, I'm going to write a note on that. Landmark outpost, more of. Formulaic. Hopefully I understand that and can read that when I go to do it. I want to check off a couple more things though. We did most of our goals. I think that's something we can actually be pretty proud of. I definitely actually did the one that I'm now looking at. Dope. There was one that was kind of way off the beaten path up in the Trumbull Valley, but come to look at it, I'm sure we found it. So that's over. Hate to say it. That's over. So I'm marking that off. We hit all the loot caches. There might be, and I mean might, be another Wilkerson cache, so I guess we'll go for that. And what we're starting to do in the meantime is we're now going to start waiting for the legacy missions to come into play. I'll go up here because there might be a Wilkerson cache. Oh, a new beginning. Grace. What do I want to do? I want to do this. We're starting the legacy. I don't think I can legacy in an episode. Or at 3 in the morning, but it wouldn't hurt to. So I could tell a little while ago it was time.
Better than I expected.
Ooh, we're getting a performance itch. World's not worth saving unless we make it a better one. Hook says yes while she's dead asleep. I'm still interested in whether or not they upped the soft cap. It was strange to me that we were able to recruit yesterday. Gwendolyn, everyone wants you dead.
I hear you.
We don't always agree. You don't get any credit, Hogan. You should have been dead, and I saved you by cheating.
And for a change, it actually seems worth doing.
Wow. We've never heard that ever before. Now, can you hold on a minute? Oh, that's just terrible, hun. It'll be a while now. As in, as soon as we leave to go do something that we feel is important, the next legacy mission will spawn in. Loot the map. That's just not going to get done. The forever base. Forever base and getting these outposts all the way upgraded. The forever base is... Look, it's done. This is all plus. We did it. Now we need to build the sheriff stuff. That's going to actually hurt our medicine. So it's not done yet. This... Holy shit, we're actually out of building material. Oh my god, we have to loot something. Okay, done. All that shit we did down in Marshall. Just came to be useful. Whiskey makes it, I know that much. Okay. We are now making... That's 12 food per day. This makes 9 food per day. That is being buffed by this 100% yield, so double yield. Now, doesn't that do the same thing as this? Oh, it's just a compost bin that costs plague samples. It's not actually a better compost bin. I don't know why I thought it was, but I know that I did. We still need materials. What the hell? Get that back up to 3 so we can have movie night, which turned out to be amazing. And I've slept on it way too long. Meta-analysis. Experience rate. We don't actually need any of that. This got nicely upgraded. I wish we could have changed it to something a little different, but... Food, that is, because then I could just sit here. We could... That's... To me, that's the true forever base. And even with everything we have going on, we're still making material per day. The true forever base is refrigerated storage with knowledge of electricity. I think I need to grab a little ammo before I leave to go do whatever the hell I'm gonna go do. Go get this last Wilkerson cache. So yeah, I'm looking at the map and... Yeah, we even found those weapon caches down in Marshall that we lost. That was like 5 in the damn morning. We were still running around looting that stuff. Okay, cool. You know, I feel good about it. I don't feel good about where the stream's at. I feel really terrible about that. But you know what? General Patton once said that if a man has done his best, you can't ask any more than that. And I think the homecoming playthrough, we could have called it quits a few times. We could have called it early. There were a lot of different things that could have happened to make this a short playthrough. And I think that overall we did it right. We really tried to leave no stone unturned, and even found that Lily Ritter note there in the end. And it makes me think that after this Wilkerson cache, I'll go do some more looting up by the park ranger station, because that's where Marcus and Ed come to shore after their camping trip and discover, oh my god, the dead walk and so on. This is probably worth a go look-see, because that was ultimately the most important thing about the homecoming run, was the story and experiencing the story. And I've already decided who we will be taking in to our so-called lone wolf playthrough, and that will be Vin the Red Talon girl. Vin the Red Talon, who ended up being my saving grace, for lack of a better term, in my our initial nightmare runs. Learning that, hey, having a driver is huge. Having a Red Talon person turned out to be huge. That's right, huge. So she gets the nod over Squirrel. Grace, I just don't want to risk. I felt like it was poignant to bring Grace into this playthrough. That to me made sense. Hey, we totally have discovered something that I don't believe was on this guy's map. What the hell is this place? This was not on this guy's map. This was it's the hippo again, dude. I don't know why they keep referencing the State of Decay 1 hippo, because I can't remember what's... Dude, we found a fucking weapon cache. That wasn't a... Dude, these were cannibals. Okay, well, that's kind of cool. This was another where we're like... Wow, they put a lot of detail into this. Good God. They can't have not made that little pass for a reason. They made that passable. Oh. Was it just for this, so we could, like, look out? Is there something more out here? I think this was... Dude, I wish we could have seen this before they changed up Homecoming. If it didn't have that murky-ass filter on it, you could actually see all the way over there. You can see it a little bit better on the Magewell for some reason. But they added that murky filter after update 28. Now I can barely see, and there's something there. And even with the Magewell, I can't tell. But this is like a Skyrim moment. They were showing you the whole map. Oh, fuck. Oh, I might be able. Speaking of Skyrim, all my days of Morrowinding and Skyrim, I might be able to horse my way up here. No, I don't think so. There's nothing where I'm really grabbing. In fact, it's getting worse. Thank God for the stuck command. Yeah, they added that terrible filter that decreases the draw distance and doesn't improve the ambience at all. And I think that had we been in update 27, it's a Juggernaut foot. They, dude, if you saw this shit, this is messed up. That's cool. We found a cache. We found a cache that wasn't on the map, and it revealed a whole nother, like, thing. I think that's a reference to Tombstone, which is a great Western movie with, I believe it's Kurt Russell in it. Kurt Russell, and I think that Val Kilmer's in it. Good movie. Real good. I've seen it a couple times now. get to them. They only have 13 minutes and Emma needs a mission if we're going to get her back up to hero. Cool, I'm glad we got to experience that. I felt like I was, I bet that's a legacy mission now. I felt like I had let everyone who had stuck through this playthrough down by saying, hey, I think we've got everything, but no, we definitely had not gotten everything. There was one more story out there waiting to be told. And there's probably more lore on this map waiting to be told. Like, I'm sure there are things we didn't get to see or didn't get to experience, to be fair. And after this mission, I don't want the sheriff mission to time out, but I think go to the park ranger station. What's her influence at? Maxing these outposts. I'll keep trying to do that. The forever base, I'll look at where we're at once the field hospital is done, which it's almost done. Also, big chunks of this map got looted, though. We never finished Marshall. We never finished Trumbull County. There was still a lot of loot there. Or the Fairfield. We've never finished Marshall, and we never finished Fairfield. But Trumbull we definitely cleaned out. There's still parts of me that wish the old State of Decay 1 map design, the UI, was back. I really liked the charcoal pencil scratching out of the houses. I like that it was like a map you actually discovered. You found it. It was a gas station map that you would use. That was more immersive to me. I will also say that lit up outposts are actually really cool. Well, I'll be honest, I want to do that too. I mean, that's the best way to get her back to... I don't know why we couldn't get the kill there. Where's the feral? As always, fine shooting here. I assume they already got it. Dual missions is the best way to get our plague resistance back up. That's why it's so important we do this. So I can't even remember what the hell the sheriff last mission is. This definitely feels more lived in. But it would feel even more lived in if they started building a base and had facilities so that in a friendly enclave you could use. Don't want to destroy that or our car is going to be gone forever. I mean forever.
We're definitely learning how to beat these bastards
Easy, huh? Hence the, oh my god, get over here now, we're all gonna die.
Sure thing.
Powder dry, buddy.
2000 influence. This is the next one. Oh, we can do it. So let's do it.
Hey.
How much for a ruck?
Okay.
Oddly enough, we now need these rucks even after all we filled. Oh, that's food. Whoops, I want a material.
Okay, I'm coming to meet you.
Bullet for a friend. The citizen. Maybe it does move faster. Because that feels like that was pretty quick. Maybe that's just lethal for you. You just go up quick when you have high morale because there's so many freaks. Our fuel efficiency is really nice now, though, with the stacked hero bonus. We're gonna pass that damn airplane again that I never did loot. Neither this building either. And I ran around this thing for way too long. But you know what? It's just not important to me anymore on this playthrough. Oh, they need ammunition. Oh shit. Should have grabbed a ruck. Is there any, well. I guess we'll have to go agree to loot for one. Which is Lakoot. Which is both look and loot at the same time. Remember that, it's important. It will be on the test. Lakoot. Lakoot. It's like some kind of, who the hell's that guy? That one guy who wrote the stuff. Jahulu. I never read any of him. People love him though. Shit.
Please, come on in.
Kahulu? I don't know how to pronounce it.
Good answer.
My nephew does though. He's good at that stuff. He can get pop references right now. If I give him a tune, he immediately knows the song. Oh yeah, that's Metroidvania. A kid, man. A kid. He could be special. He wants to be a YouTuber. They took a quiz. Top 4 professions that kids want to be, you know, 1960. NFL, astronaut. I don't know, postmaster. 46th president. You could be a quartermaster. Do it today. YouTube star, number 1. YouTube or social media influencer star. And then sports star, and then like singer, and then astronaut. YouTube star. They all want to be YouTube stars. Not all, but the majority. Think about it. He does too. He could probably do it though. Because he's got a really good wit. He genuinely loves video games, and he's bright. And he likes a lot of different games. Like we've been putting the time into the retro stuff because I got that Wii U and I plan on using that for streaming. Oh, it's like the melatonin always hits me fast. He likes Mario Party 3. He likes the retro stuff. He likes to play. He's not like just stuck on shooters, which I'm glad. I don't know that I ever really finished my Apex thought. I didn't. And we never went to the Easter egg either. All that stuff's now coming to mind. We need to do that in this go probably, but he's not like me. I was always Halo, and then I became COD, and then I Battlefield, and then back to Halo, and so on. Because it was like I was a sports guy. I just liked the competitive nature of those shooters, killing another, you know, person. If I save and quit, the visual glitch goes away, and it doesn't matter because it's just a visual glitch, so it's no big deal. But it definitely is glitched on the infestations. We're close to the farm. Let's go ahead and get back to the base and just grab them their ruck. And then I know the Easter egg thing I forgot, and the thought that I didn't finish on Halo Infinite. You already heard the nephew thing. I'm just getting bored of shooters. I don't feel like dedicating myself 2-3 years to another shooter trying to be good at it, especially not Halo when everyone's already so damn good at it. And it feels like so much of the same. The games I've been getting into lately are like State of Decay, Tropico, which I've always loved strategy games, but Kingdom New Lands, Kingdom Two Crowns, Atomic Crops. This stuff that's like I can experience in chunks, and it's not got someone screaming at me over a microphone to like shoot straight or die, you piece of shit. Hey, I know how we can do this. I forgot that these cost influence. We got some stuff though. But this is where it pays to have a pharmacologist so we can make some painkillers, or be in one of the bases. Where the hell's the trader at? Oh god, he's got to run across the damn map. That, like the whiskey lounge, that can actually make stuff. And that's why I'm saying, hey, I think I'll go ahead and now that it's officially determined that I'm just going to have to focus in on my job in order to make a living for a little while, and this is where I make content until further notice. Not forever. Gotta keep telling myself that. Why not do the map tier list? Easter egg. Gotta remember to do the Easter egg. Gonna grab these guys their ammo rucksack. I pretty much summed up the Halo thing. It's not really a long story. It's just that I'm not, you know, it's good. Halo's good. It's just the whole shooter vibe is not vibing with me right now. I sort of wish they could just appear like everything else. Is there such thing as too much of a good thing? As much as this song is a winner, are they overplaying it? Anyway, let's up the morale like crazy. Let's up the influence. Let's reinstall the biochem station for shits and gigs. And we are now making 0 medicine per day. But this is at 3? This is at 3. What do I do to fix it? Set forever basis when we're +1 on everything per day. We're also now minus material per day. I mean, the answer would be to get rid of that. Do you know what the other answer is? I could just convert this to meds per day. Or this. Either one's fine. But it would be a blow, but we are making plenty of food. What are we at? 12 per day. Oh, maybe we're just barely positive because we're going to take 12 out of the equation here. The farm is making 12. Hydroponics is making 6. Man, we're eating a lot of food. I'm going to convert it to meds per day. Let's see where we stand. Oh, he's here. Or she's here.
Let's trade, okay?
Okay, I guess so.
I might also take a couple of these. That looks so much like a place where you would throw material that... Where the hell does it go? There's an icon on the side of the screen, but... Where's the storage? This looks like officers' quarters. It is officers' quarters. A lot of wasted space on the farm. Despite how much they let you build, there's actually chunks of it that you're not even...
Like to trade?
Okay.
Can't even interact with. Well, she's going to be here for a minute. She brings you good stuff, but they never bring you the really good stuff. Okay, we out. And Emma won't hit hero, though, which is really the big thing, but at the same time, deepening the legacy is... Probably switch over to Grace and deepen the legacy. There's this part of me that wants to be able to say, we did it. It's over.
Even before the outbreak, I didn't have a fabrication facility this nice. I'm going to build...
Oh, it's because she's talking about the garden. Okay, well, look, we're plus on meds and we're plus on food. We just have to fix our material problem. And that's a forever base. And the way I'm thinking about doing that is pretty simple. We're going to do this mission. And then what we're going to do is probably be a longer episode because it's more than likely the last one is 3 in the damn morning. Just go to that landmark outpost, especially while we're over here. I'm going to buy the boons one last time just to have them. Why not? And then I'm going to go ahead and put another construction outpost in. And yes, Emma in the badass winter camo gets to make it to the next playthrough. While Emma's out, we'll also go over to the bounty broker so she can have her solstice.
Thanks.
Watch them have rucksacks of ammo in here. Oh, they don't. I'm glad.
Come in. Make yourself at home.
Take it. I don't... Your money or your life. Take it. I don't need it. Oh, Oblivion, you beautiful game, you. Part of what ruins that landmark outpost, too, is that you have to be there to trigger it. That it doesn't give meds per day, like St. Mercy does. And you have to go over there. It would only be worth it if you had the red talent base. Which, again, is what makes it a really, really good mid-game base. There's two really good mid-game bases here. You go to the red talent base, then you go to the Jurassic Junction, too. And while you're at the red talent base, go ahead and give yourself the landmark outpost if you can justify it, because that'll give you a good boon for your continued looting to get you to the end game. That plus health and that plus resistance. And maybe I can work quick enough that we can utilize the plus health and plus resistance. I want an outpost up here to try to make things a little safer when we go to do the legacy mission. And I think there's a material place up here. But I'm going to abandon the landmark outpost, even though it gives a... Oh, no, it doesn't. I thought it gave it wider safe zone. It won't let me make the serum. Can't use this if it's already active. You must be at the Echo Lab station to perform this. I'm fucking here. Give ourselves the ability to use chemicals to multiply our plague samples. What the hell? Whatever, it's... I'm abandoning this outpost. I thought I'd do this one last time, but... Nah. She also should have a better backpack. I'm pretty sure that this place... Oh, no, it's just a flag. So this is the only... And that's also a flag. And you can't outpost that because it gets important later. I wonder why that's tragic. I'm going to look at that. Gas. We need a materials outpost. That's what we're looking for. Which I wish was closer to where it's all going to go down, but if it's not, it's not. Right here. So that's a little too close to other outposts at the same time. Why are these guys neutral? Oh, there's two different soldier groups out there right now. I'm looking for where we might put our material outpost, because that seems to be what's going to be required to get the forever base up and going, and check that off with everything else. Oh, here we go.
Wonderful.
It's a lot of outposts in this area too. Like, is there one up here? So we could loot just a little bit more down there. There's an ammo outpost. I could abandon our old ammo outpost and put one here. So we could loot a little bit more up there. Isn't it just a tier 1? This is a lot of running for what almost seems silly at this point, but hey, it was what I put on the list, so we're going to accomplish it. I'm going to run down to Marshall, and I'm going to claim a material outpost. Then I'm going to run all the way up to Mount Tanner, and I'm going to claim an ammo outpost. At that point, I believe we will have everything at plus, with a majorly built up base, trader outpost, which basically means you can last forever, so long as you have a means of making influence. And we'll have, do we pass the bounty broker on the way? Kind of. He's a little out of the way. And then after that's all done, she won't be a hero, but I'll do another grace mission. Then I better just call it a night. I'm getting tired. It's getting pretty much on top of me now. He makes, apparently if he makes GABA, which makes you emotional to Canadians, with melatonin, you can actually become the main antagonist of State of Decay 2. A zombie. We're busting this car up though. This should be a material outpost, I can tell you that much right now. And so should the Snyder Trucking Warehouse. And I'm not sure how hitting a few signs got our car looking like an oil refinery. But it did. Also, apparently we should call the wizard van in, because there's a special prize inside. Free toy inside, free toy inside.
That said, I did manage to save a few leftovers that could be useful.
Does that always happen at midday? If you don't have the storage, you lose what you had in there.
This place seems
I will say that, well, plus material might seem redundant, but to come to think of it, that's actually about the best thing.
Post is looking good. That's
I don't even need to level this. I know that was a goal and all that, but as long as we're plus, we're good. Because I don't know that. Oh, we got a hobo barrel going on in here.
this is going to be a good day.
We need to upgrade it. We need construction, which I know we don't have, and I'm definitely not gonna spend the time to find it.
Well, it's not really anything special.
It's outposting. We already have 1+3. That's what I'm trying to spit out. And yeah, I mean, I think it's a pretty minor goal. It's just something we could throw our influence into if we want at this point. That is getting all the outposts up. So this is here, the ammo outpost. Still got to do the freaking Easter egg. Keep forgetting about it. Easter egg bounty broker. The bounty broker we definitely pass along the way. The Easter egg is up in Trumbull, which so we can do that also on the way. Two things on the way to this ammo outpost. And once we get to the bounty broker, if things look a little safe, I'll look at where we're at per cost and see if we can't go ahead and check off the forever base. It's crazy how many hearts we also left unlooted for the duration of this playthrough. Did manage to cut a chunk into Marshall though. While it's not entirely looted, we've looted quite a bit. We've looted quite a bit. This gas station is at 3. Good. What isn't at 3?
Sorry, I can't.
Level 2. Just a matter of influence. Material kind of getting in the way a little bit. Even with all those rucksacks we saved up. I think there's a truck up there that has may or may not have even more rucks in it. This ravine was not as deep in the first map. This was almost all flat. I mean, it's cool that it's actually got some variety to it now. I swear to God, you look at the draw distance. Something has happened to Homecoming after update 28 that is very difficult to understand. They only changed Providence Ridge, but they significantly decreased the draw distance for some reason, and it's weird because this basically ran flawlessly. That we are going to do. That's the best way to get Emma back up to hero. Never had any real problems with it. There's a couple areas that are just under optimized. That was it. All right, Emma, you got your solstice. Congratulations. Got another 50 cal. What are we going to take on? We need freaks while crouched. We need play guards with a shotgun. We need zombies with... Let's just do 5 forwards. Why not? What if that's a sidearm? It's a primary. Is there any sidearms in here? What if Cool Turkey was a sidearm? That'd be crazy. Apparently we already have to repair the car again, which I'm going to go ahead and do because we're doing pretty good there. We're very close to the base. I think that we go ahead and do this. And then after that, I switch over to Grace. We do her mission and then Easter egg and then Mount Tanner. And then I'm going to call it an episode in the night. And we just repaired the vehicle and I run over 2 freaking zombies like that. Rip. Cool. I think we still did pretty good. I think I probably could have legacied like 10 episodes ago, though. I think this was worth it, but it was pushed to a sort of extreme. I mean, finding Lily's script pad, was that really worth an extra 10 hours? I don't know. That's tough to say.
We're not letting any
Cool.
of those monsters inside. Do you hear me?
If we don't build more storage for this stuff, we're gonna lose some of it.
Hey, what are we at, by the way? We're still -1. What? Or plus, we're 0. So this just needs upgraded once. Which is 5 material, 500 influence. Sure. Just so we can say that that's plus. And then meds, we're at 3. Food, we're just barely positive now, but we are positive. Ammo is going to change as soon as we get another outpost. There's nothing here. Do you still get these sieges when it's a Haven device? Well, that went well. Ouchie. I don't like the howitzer. Yeah, I mean, I missed, but the reticle is huge.
Watch out, Juggernaut.
I guess it'd be good at juggernauts. Having a wide reticle doesn't matter with juggernauts. She actually needs that kill. For some reason, it's taken a minute this time. Usually get quite a bit of standing from these missions, though. These siege defenses. Thanks for doing your part. Oh, she's the ammo trader. That's why she's... How do you spell that? Jellin? What a terrible name. I'll just say it was a warning shot. Getting so tired. Easter egg, gotta remember. Okay, we're Sheriff Grace mission. Easter egg. Look at that bush. Like, you know they did something wrong with the bush. Is that bright? Didn't even have the flashlight on. The knockdown's super low on this. Oh, she's gonna get hero. That's gonna be done. As much as I am just really lethargic at this point, this is gonna do it. I should quit drinking bottled water, especially Aquafina. It's glorified tap water. It's tap water they filter again for no reason, add minerals to it. And plastic is a testosterone bonder, and I guess every crack of the plastic bottle puts little pieces of plastic shrapnel into the bottle, and over a lifetime it adds up to a lot of plastic that doesn't leave your system and lowers your testosterone. The male handshake has gone from 150 pounds of pressure per square inch to 93 pounds of pressure per square inch. The average testosterone of a man in 1950 was more than double the male testosterone in 2021. Men are a dying species, and I'll bet you it's almost entirely environmental. Sperm counts have been halved. It's like this huge thing that's going on that very few people are talking about or paying attention to. There's some people sounding the alarm bell like, hey, by the way, the other half of the equation to making more people, they're in this huge health crisis. But because of the zeitgeist, it's not really a time period when people want to give a shit about men's health issues too much. Ouchie. Dude. 5,000 hours of state of decay lost in one moment with that shitty zombie.
The creepers are gone. Let's just make
Yay, hero. She can equip that howitzer all she wants. Gotta remember, I might not even play her again, so actually she's gonna hold on to the solstice. She's gonna hold on to the solstice, and I'm gonna start filling her full of shit here. Not a pallet. Definitely not a pallet. Yes.
That's a lot of stuff.
See, the thing about the day 99 run is I don't even know that I want to take this kind of shit with me. Because then what am I going to do? It's been 30 days in this playthrough, and we've done the larger portion. I'd call it 80%, if not more, of what there is to do in this map. So the Haven capsule is going to go on Grace. Grace.
We've got just the folks for that. Be with you lickety split.
Thanks, amigo.
That's Chavez. Wonder if anything funny happens, anything different or interesting happens when we go to Legacy on this map compared to others. Okay. So we need to make some repair kits. This mission, Easter egg, ammo, done. Thought I grabbed 45 cal rounds. Oh, it doesn't take 45 cal. Whoops. Turns out we already have plenty of gas too. But I'll fuel up. Talk to Juan, neighborhood watch. Is one on the way? Because that'd be cool. I think they are. Oh no, they're all the way over here. Alright, that's fine. The Mal Tanner's got that ammo outpost we're gonna go take. At that point, everything... Oh, we got the barrel. And we got our plague resistance back up, which is great. We got hero bonus back for Emma. Knock all the loot caches off is off. Loot the map's never gonna get done. Power forever base is really close to being done. All outposts fully upgraded, which we can do all but one. If that one doesn't get done though, that's not huge at all. Loot the map, that one's not going to get done because it's just going to mean a lot of busy work. And I'm ready for the Lone Wolf playthrough, and I'm ready for Halo. So yeah, stealth killing a jug, I guess. That would be the only thing I would probably go out of my way to try to do. In this case, I don't have what I need for that. I need to put the Bastard of Bella Wood on Grace, though. I do know that. Now, isn't the Winter Solstice? I know it shoots light crossbows, and it's a light crossbow. Isn't it a repeating light crossbow? Is this even a Legacy mission? It's got to be at this point. We're in the Legacy mission arc.
I got some shitty news.
Check out the road. Oh, there's been a murder, most foul. I killed one zombie and I gotta use a damn repair kit. Even with all those hero bonuses, of course, they all have to do with fuel, which has been helpful, I will admit. And I actually think that stealth, even though I always just assumed it was worthless, actually gave us like 3 really clean days at about the latter half of this playthrough. When I came back after spending the late night doing a little bit of looting. Like that whole time recording, good 3 hours. Was just like, it's like a dream. Virtually nothing. I've been craving snacks. I got a terrible addiction to crunchy, salty snacks at night. And I haven't had potato chips for like a couple weeks. And now I finally got to the grocery store because I had to last night or today. I have all the potato chips and goldfish crackers and Chex Mix I need for a little while, and now I don't have any desire to eat it. Ain't it just a kick in the head? Check on this house. Hey, you know what we're gonna do while we're over here? I'm not gonna forget it again. This makes it all worth it recording tonight. We can do Mount Tanner tomorrow for the most part, except for the outpost. I want to do that. Easter egg. Where do the dead go when hell is full? It used to say here. You can already see that you can't look in here. And where you can look in, you can see it's just a dead asset. There's just nothing there. It's just a bland gray wall. Easter egg gone. We finally did it. That was set up 20 episodes ago. How anticlimactic is that? We'll have to remember, or I'll have to remember when we go to do State of Decay 1, which should be before State of Decay 3, just as a look back and a prep. Go check out that Easter egg. One of my favorites because I love the Romero films. It's my favorite series of films. Except for Survival. God. I even think Land of the Dead has merit. It just needed more time. It probably could have been a 3-hour epic movie. I think Land of the Dead was fine. It's aged okay. But Survival of the Dead was just terrible. But I think George was kind of out of it at that point. Like, I watched the director commentary on his movies. And he, like, his assistant director does most of the commentary in that one. And he's referencing scenes. And George is like, oh, that happened? He's like, yeah, you don't remember? You had, like, a terrible cold. It's like, oh, I guess I did. We made the rookie mistake of coming out here without meds. Oh, can you hold up a sec? Now, I'd be better off getting the pyro launcher, but this seems doable. So long as we get a rhythm. We Were Soldiers is a great movie, and it was weird. I watched it for like the 12th time last night. Not last night, a couple nights ago. And then I watched, I think it's called like Catch Fire. It's about Knight Rider and how they were like talking about how there weren't actually weapons of mass destruction in Iraq, and they were starting the war on false pretenses and stuff. And the I think it's Joe Galloway, who is the writer of We Were Soldiers, and he was the one who was embedded himself in the middle of that shit when it was going down. Ends up having a big role in that movie. It was actually one of the writers trying to actively stop the Iraq War. Kind of interesting. Obviously that didn't work out, but still interesting. He was still in the game and ended up having a role in that movie. There's always that scene in movies where the guy. He's been in the middle of the war this whole time. And he comes to some sudden realization during either an act of tremendous evil. He sees people burned by napalm. In the case of We Were Soldiers, rally point. Oh yeah, the Sheriff Legacy. The bad people are coming.
Let's do it.
And or he has a moment where like the person he's been fighting with this whole time, like Squid Game, is in front of him and he can kill him, and he chooses against it. Decides to have an act of mercy and contrition and just throws their weapon to the ground. And that happens in Red Dawn, that the like Cuban, ostensibly colonel, who's never really like the good guy, but in the end they try to make him like the symbol of empathy in the movie. That yeah, these people who just arbitrarily invaded America and shot school teachers and stuff, he's actually a human being like the rest of us. He has that moment where he decides not to shoot Patrick Swayze, and pretty sure that was Patrick Swayze. I never remember the other guy's name, even though he's super famous and comes from a super famous family. He's the one who said, I remember his quotes more. You know, I got tiger blood and all this winning. Anyway, he's carrying his brother. He's not even that good in that movie, by the way. Patrick Swayze actually does a good job. He acts well in that movie, but what's his face? He's in the there's much better ways to deal with that. Of course, I should have spun out. The West Wing. Martin Sheen's son. Charlie Sheen does not act that well in that movie. Anyway, he sees the brother. The brother's been shot. Patrick Swayze's got Charlie Sweeney in his hands. He looks at him. He's pointing the gun. They look back. Potential targets. Oh shit! It's going down. Mall. It's going down. Anywhere you meet me, it's going down. This is, and this one is my base, but it's crossed out. Maybe they saw our defenses and decided to bail. This is nowhere near our base. What the hell are you talking about?
Man, we got hostiles attacking our base.
Fuck.
Follow me. I know the way out of this.
Is this already like went to the legacy? I'm confused.
The sun always rises, right? And with it, another chance to make a better world.
I don't remember this moving this fast. This feels like the end already. And the Cuban colonel aims at the two, and then they look back, and then he just throws his gun down. The same thing happens in We Were Soldiers when they're in the midst of battle, and the U.S. Air Force comes to assist and throws napalm down on the Vietnamese lines and the Viet Cong, but then one of the bombs gets called in way too close, and there's a bunch of friendly fire incidents, and we kill a lot of our own guys, and Joe Galloway helps put a U.S. Marine into a who's half burned alive into a Black Hawk, and then he, or whatever they had back then, one of the choppers, and then the firefight ends. He's walking around. He still has his rifle. He looks at the rifle. He looks in his camera. Then he throws the rifle to the ground. That scene. We need that scene in this State of Decay playthrough. How I learned to stop worrying and love the zombie. I want that Juggernaut to exist because he felt like the best one to stealth kill because I knew where he was. But since he's decided he wants to be a big man and get involved over here, I have no choice but to eliminate him. You are the weakest link.
Down to the last one.
many melee hits does it take? That's what I'm sort of wondering. Not many with a power hit. I'm not too sure how that got pulled off. It obviously wasn't queuing me to execute, which would otherwise be really frustrating if I didn't know we could get out of it. It's the whole daybreak thing that pisses me off to no end. Making a wave-based shooter in which precision timing, precision control, and moment-to-moment gameplay decisions dictate whether you'll win or lose your hour and a half of time invested. And yet, there's so many things timed to the same button and in the same place at the same time that the game will often choose a zombie across the map over a juggernaut right in front of you that's right on top of your...
Muertos are rolling deep out here.
Oh, lethal zone, never change. Where's the screamer?
That's my last shot.
See, didn't catch that fuck, but there was a very definite low grade fuck there. So I don't want to lose one and have to restart this legacy mission. This man is on the run. Hell, that fire might kill him. Okay, one, I should have never stopped the car, I guess. In fact, I should have never stopped the car. Yes. I assume he'll run. Come on, Juan, get in. He's still over there fighting. I'm going to the house. He'll make his way over in his own time. Unless he loses to like 3 random zombies, and that's gonna... Well, I'll be disappointed.
Should have just given up like we told you to. We can win this. Keep at it. Okay, no, I'm definitely gonna kill you.
Would you worry about...
Time to reload.
Imagine if we lose Grace to one fucking random person here. And we weren't reloaded.
No, no, no.
Here's a bunch of stuff I gathered.
Yeah, I think they're all gone. I mean, a lot of people just became zombies in that mess.
Stay out of that cloud.
Ah. I think we didn't set it in our own car. Does the game not want us to legacy now? So there's no chill in this moment. Well, someone's still alive in there. I mean, so much no chill that we almost lost Grace. I think there's one guy alive. One. One is somehow still alive in this mess. Our scouts located a town with no plague zombies and we want to move in. Search the town for potential homicides, find out who lives there and what their defenses are like. If they're vulnerable, demand tribute. Know what to do if they refuse. Remember what happens if you disappoint the boss. Don't be one of those people. It's like Marge disappointed with Homer. Is there more clues?
Murderous group of bandits plans on moving into our town. It's up to us to lead the defense.
There's a whopping 1 guy there now. That did not go well for the scattered survivors. Long episode. Long. I'm done. I'll see you guys in the next one.